yeah, once again, looks like we got the lock-in, so Vasilios is officially back, and so are all the players, hopefully this time around. But yeah, as we get started here, looks like the Huskers have really prepared for this. Now, I did see prior to the game, an hour or two before, these guys were playing with each other, so I think they are all locked in. Of course, we have to see Vasilios in his debut. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't able to play for the team yet, but finally he is back in. Now, whether bringing him in over the likes of Weeb, I'm not sure is the best idea, but of course, I'm going to leave the judgment till the end of the game because I've predicted wrongly about this Huskers team before, so I'm not going to say anything for now. But on the attacking side, we've got Ruinu on the Fade, we've got Jev on his Brimstone, Cryptic on the Phoenix. Now, Phoenix is an interesting pick. As most of you guys know, in ranked, that is considered to be one of the troll picks. But recently, I've been seeing a lot more Phoenix, right? And of course, yesterday, Wills went Phoenix and just absolutely demolished the Lotus. So there might be some merit here. This might not be super troll after all, right? And last but not least, to round out the comp, it is their captain, Para, with the Chamber. Now, again, the placeholders, of course, had had one of the toughest game and one of the worst or one-sided game that the league had total, right? So that was probably the worst game that we have seen and we're about to see. So hopefully that's not a repeat, and I think considering that the last two games yesterday were 13-4s, I definitely hope to see a closer game today. I am excited to see one of this team is about to go 1-3, and 1-3 is definitely not a score line that you want to see, right? And especially for Kiwa, for Jev, I'm definitely keeping my eye out on these two because these two were monumental last year and they were dominating everyone, but it seems like this season they haven't been able to do much yet. So hopefully they can turn things around, but looks like the placeholders are going to be pressured pretty early on this attacking half, or on this A defense rather. Cryptic able to get one, gets a second one. Can he get any more? He sees two here. Oh, has to reload. Unfortunate timing. Now, Phyllis is able to get that one. So many low members on either side, but it looks like the Huskers will finally decide to retreat after claiming two bodies there. Now, the one kill that we missed, JMO, of course, getting the kill on the Reyna in mid. Or, not the Reyna, but the Jet, rather. So, yeah, Evan falls quickly as well. Now JMO is going to lead the charge with his low health. Now I don't think they're going to expect Para in here, so Para going to jump down, will get that kill. Vasilios was not ready for that at all, and now Jev coming in from the flank will take down Phyllis, so the placeholders recover really nicely in the first pistol round. So yeah, lots of fights going all around, and I think one thing that is signature of a player here by the name of Cryptic is his mid control. Of course, usually you tend to see that on the attacking side, and usually this is his Reyna map. I think this is the first time I have seen him go off of that Reyna on Ascent. So yeah, really curious to see whether that is the right play, you know, switching the Reyna to Phoenix and giving Kiwa, sorry, I'm forgetting the names, this pick instead. Now JMO pushing through, but it's Ruinu that's going to get the first kill. Kiwa gets the lurk as well. JMO's able to get one, and sorry, I'm forgetting the names. Phyllis, it's really hard when these guys are not using their main account, so I'm still trying to keep both names in my head. So sorry about the stutters, but Kiwa is holding real close with the judge, and it looks like he's just going to sit there, push through, gets Phyllis, and Phyllis was not ready for that at all. So yeah, one thing that has been working really well for the Huskers, and one thing that I really like to see, is Evan going on the lurks, right? And I think that's something that a lot of teams, gunners, of all teams have just underestimated. Of course, the Gunners in that game did not have Wills, so having Wills in the mix is definitely an added challenge for every other team. But yeah, that being said, you know, Evan, it really depends on how much impact he can get and how much damage and map control that he can get for his team. Now, with that being said, though, Ruinu showing who the Marshall King is. Of course, we know Frankie to be one of the better Marshall players in this league, but looks like they've been doing well. Cryptic able to get that one, gets the trade on Phyllis as well. So now 2v2 with all that said and done. I think Jeff hears a couple of players roaming around B main as well. Now this is a tricky situation here because JMO still has to recover the Spike. Unfortunately, Spike has been dropped and it looks like Jeff and Cryptic are already on it. So now Vasilios is going for the lurk. But yeah, with the smokes down, it's still not going to be easy at all. And once he throws this knife, his position has been given away. He pushes through, but Jeff is going to spot that. Surprisingly, Vasilios will be able to get that one. And now Cryptic, is he going to be ready for this flash? It looks like he is. Vasilios, unfortunately, flashing himself instead. And the placeholders go up strong, 3-0. Now, yeah, that was quite unfortunate, and I think there's just a lot of trades going around. Now, if there's one thing that you don't want to do against the placeholders is going for these one-on-one fights, right? Like, for example, Frankie dying real quickly in the beginning, Cryptic getting the kills in mid, right? They have to be able to trade each other better, and that's something that, you know, Huskers have been able to do pretty well compared to the other two draft teams. Now Para pushing through. Oh, this is something that Para is good at. And Para will be able to get one. Unfortunately, will not be able to get out though. Cryptic will get two before getting traded. But that was his ult. So he's still alive here. He still can cause a lot of damage. Vasilios unfortunately has to reload there. So now it's all just down to JMO. But JMO once again getting lurked. And I think the lurk has been really working as well. And the flank from Jeff and now joined by Kiwa as well. So yeah, that was their save round. They were able to get two in the end. That wasn't too bad. But yeah, they need more, and I think they need to start winning rounds right now because the economy is running away, the game is running away from the Huskers. And the Huskers, you know, surprisingly, this is the game that's they've looked the shakiest on. You would think that the Gunners would cause them more trouble or the Lotus with Lust, but looks like that's not the case. Ruinu just pushes through, and this is absolute disrespect. Right, the placeholders, yes, they are a good team, but they're not good enough to be able to push like that. Now, of course, Phyllis gets the luckiest headshot of his life. Getting that shot through the smoke, and Evan is already on CT pushing up. See, the amount of space that he can control is really well done, and it's really paying dividends for this Huskers team. Now, Evan, someone who initially when he joined our community was only a silver, and quite frankly, he didn't have this kind of intuition as well as the skills to be able to get all these 1v1 fights. But now we've really seen him grow, right? He really reminds me of Mage and the way he's been able to go from a bronze silver player all the way to Ascendant. So I think Evan is definitely a steal for this Huskers team in their pick. And I think he's been able to cause a lot of damage for a lot of teams. Now, with that being said, though, once again on the lurk, let's see if Jeff will be able to punish him. Luckily, JMO will be able to trade that one out, though. Oh, but Kiwa is already on the lurk. So once again, the placeholders are no slouch when it comes to getting space. And, you know, speaking of getting space, the Huskers are on a timer. Now, Frankie able to get that one. Finally gets on the board. Gets blinded. Huge blind from Cryptic. Unfortunately, the team was not able to trade. Frankie goes for it. Will be able to get it. Gets another one on Kiwa. That's a huge pick. And now it's all just down to Para. Now, Para did not reveal his position yet, and they have no idea. Oh, Para! Just no way. There is no way! I want to see what that looks like on Frankie's end, because I don't know if that's the pressure getting onto him, but that was definitely a blind spot that Para took advantage of, right? And the amount of courage, the balls to just hold still, not shoot when he saw Frankie's head a couple of times. Man, the placeholders toying with their food right now. Now, I don't know if I can consider Cornhuskers a food or a prey, right? Because they have been playing really well. The placeholders are really... yeah, playing this really risky, that's for sure. Now, Jeff did get tagged low in mid. It looks like Vasilios is going to be leading the charge. They are going to check back boxes. Won't be able to find anything. Now, Cryptic strangely shooting at his team. Now Jeff is just going to push him back, but Kiwa once again already in a really good position towards B. Now Evan might be his first prey, and yeah, he is going to get taken down. Now Kiwa did not expect the double swing though, and Vasilios able to get Para as well. So Frankie traded 3v3, but it's looking good for the Huskers. Now the Huskers here, things about pushing B makes a lot of noise, that's for sure, but Jev is already ready on site. Now he is tagged low, so he does have support from his team. But with Ruinu and his Marshal, I'm not really sure how much support he can give. Now, I think the Huskers are doing a good job rotating, not pushing through the smokes, but at the same time, I think the placeholders know exactly what's going on. And now with the ult dropped, Ruino unfortunately will not be able to use his eye, but he can use his real eyes and just absolutely obliterate Vasilios there. Now Jeff on his own. JMO has to make a decision here, and it looks like Jeff gets the timing on JMO. What a clutch play from this man right here, and this is the form that we wanted to see from Jeff, right? If the placeholders want any shot of beating the Hunters or the Gunners, which is the league that they're in, right? The division that they're in, they have to have every single member on point. And of course, this is not their strongest comp, but Jeff is definitely their top 5 player, so he needs to play like one, and he's definitely doing that here. So great job on his end. Cryptic, of course, no surprise, is doing really well, but man, this is almost 2 days in a row, as he blinds himself. This is almost 2 days in a row where the Phoenix just plays absolutely phenomenally. Now, Cryptic has nowhere to run, just hides in this corner, and looks like he's just barely going to make it out alive. Unfortunately, that Molly or that ult was not deep enough. Now, Evan had the right idea there, but unfortunately could not find anything. Oh, JMO fell asleep there. What on earth happened? And now Vasilios gets spotted, gets pressured. Vasilios gets 2, gets 3. There's no way! Okay. There is no way that he was about to clutch that one. 1v5. He definitely made it expensive for sure. My gosh, where did this man come from? Now, that was really sloppy. Yes, the placeholders won that round, but man, that was really sloppy on their end, right? To just fall one by one to the hands of this KO who's just racking up kills all over the place. Man, if that was a clutch, I think placeholders' mindsets, mentality would just be absolutely destroyed at that point. Luckily, you know, Para at the end is still able to close it out. Oh man, that looks scary for sure. Now Kiwa pushing up here, and looks like this time around they are prepared for that. Cryptic getting the kill there. Oh, but JMO with an unfortunate timing. Kiwa spots a couple, decides to just back off instead. Now this blind unfortunately will come too slow, and looks like Kiwa is just going to end it off. So what was a great round was met by utter destruction from the placeholders. And yeah, the Huskers, unfortunately, their eco rounds, yes, you're not expected to win it, but I think their eco rounds have just looked absolutely terrible. Right, and the placeholders on the other side, yeah, not giving up these anti-ecos, that's definitely great from them to see from them. Now this game is really getting one-sided right now, and I thought the Huskers would put up more of a fight. Now this is definitely a fight for sure. What is going on? Now, yeah, Phyllis will be able to get two at least, but now there's still two players on the other side. I think the comms have to be there now. They should know that this is 4 players at least pushing out a main. I think, yeah, Evan's gonna get spotted as well, so now it's all just down to JMO. Placeholders are definitely playing around here, and I mean, with the scoreline, I think they definitely can feel a little bit more relaxed. Oh, JMO can't hide behind. So now he does spot one, gets one with the ult here, but with the blinds, oh, okay, he's able to get that one. This man's a monster when he has that ult. Does he expect Jeff to be here though? And the answer is yes. Okay, so they are able to get 8-2 and get that round. I think that was not supposed to be a round that they won, but JMO with the composure there to be able to still clutch that one. And I think the placeholders are just messing around at this point, right? But I think, yeah, great recovery. And I think Huskers, that is the one way the Huskers can get back in this game, right? If the placeholders keep on disrespecting them like that, especially JMO, who's played consistently well. And I think for this Huskers team, it's only Weeb and JMO that's really consistent for this team. So to have him stay alive like that and be able to get the 1v3 clutch, having that composure is definitely great to see. Now Cryptic here holding on site all on his own as the rest of his team is rotating. Now it looks like the Huskers are afraid of a repeat of what happened, so it looks like they decide to back off. Now with that backing off, Jev is not looking for the flank anymore. But yeah, as they spray through with 5 for Odin, the Huskers are just going to be rotating through. Now they have to be careful here. They have to watch. Looks like Jeff is just going to barely miss the timing. Oh, he's going to push through. He sees one, gets 2 dinks. And now Evan is low. Looks like they're going to fall to the hands of the Odins. This is so toxic to go up against. Kiwa gets 2, Jeff gets 3, and unfortunately, they're just very predictable when it comes to their rotates. I think Evan did a really good job in the beginning, creating space, but after losing a couple of gunfights, it looks like he's lost the confidence, or yeah, I think this is definitely the pressure getting to the Huskers, right? Or maybe the lack of self-confidence, because when they play confidently, when they play fast and just trade each other, that's when they look their best. But unfortunately right now, you know, the sight of one smoke, the sight of a couple of Phoenix walls really get to them, and they just back off immediately, and that makes their play really telegraphed. Now Vasilios heard that, so we'll just hide in the corner. Now looks like the Huskers will have mid control. Vasilios has to be careful. Sees the barrel, will be able to get that one. JMO gets 2 with the op as well, and Frankie gets that one as well. So now it's all down to Renu in a 1v3. But yeah, great job once again from JMO with this op. Really clutch on his end. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be going to A. Now, Renu's position has been found. He did get that one on Phyllis, though. So now in a 1v2 situation right here.
Spike planted.
Let's see what they can get. Oh, no, Vasilios with an unfortunate timing. So now it's all just down to Evan. Evan, I've talked a lot about this man, but is Spike planted for him? Okay, it is. So he's going to look around. It looks like Renu is not finding anyone right now. Oh, great job from Evan. That looked scary for a second, but I think, yeah, Renu was not expecting that at all. So 9-3 half, and we once again have a 9-3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to let you know that in the first 2 games that we saw yesterday, both were 9-3 halves, and in the end, the final scoreline was 13-4 in both games. Let's just hope we don't have a repeat of that. Right, I think the Huskers definitely have a shot at bringing this back. Now, their defense hopefully can look better because their attack was pretty much missing for most of that half. And I think the placeholders just figured them out really, really easily. So hopefully that's not the case this time around, but we're just gonna have to see here, and it all starts with this pistol round. With pistol round wins, that's when you can really start to build up your economy, and JMO decides to peek here. What a bold play on his end now. He's looking through, and I think Cryptic might have heard that, but it looks like they are going to be backing off instead. So yeah, what a passive play of Vasilios. Okay, so they did make noise. Vasilios might be able to get one or maybe two. He's not able to get any. That's really unfortunate. Now, yeah, Evan was able to get one, but Cryptic gets one of his own in mid as well. I think, oh, Frankie sees that one. JMO will be able to trade it out at least, but now JMO in a 1v3, 2 players low. Ruinu in the smoke will be able to get the headshot of all things. And you know, with 5 shorty, right? Yes, the Huskers definitely had no way of predicting that would happen, but at the same time, the fact that they still took a lot of close angles. Yes, Vasilios died because he wasn't expected it fair, but Evan to stand so closely instead of just waiting for his team and retaking there, or maybe at least holding stairs right somewhere that's further. Of course, so many things goes on, so many things that you gotta think of in the defending side. So I'm not going to criticize them too much, but yeah, on the other side, placeholders are playing really well. Kiwa is just making a fool out of everyone. Now, oh, Phyllis, unfortunately, despite the dink, will not be able to get much more. Okay, finally finishes that one off, and Evan able to get one of his own as well. So now 3 players to find these 2 players, and Cryptic is just too clean right now. Cryptic knows that Evan's close, and Cryptic's just going to take him down. So 11-3, and this is, yeah, running away from the Huskers. Now, I predicted this to be the closest match in this week, and it would be just such a shame if this is how the week goes, right? And not only the week, but if this ends up being a 13-3, then the Huskers will have to regroup. Yes, I know the placeholders are expected to win this, but I didn't expect the Huskers, you know, to go up 13-10 against the Gunners only to fall 13-3. Now, Vasilios, yeah, what are you doing, man? He's just, you know, doing the exact same play over and over again. Now, JMO able to get one at least before getting traded out by Jeff. Now, let's see, Frankie here pushing through. Oh, will get peeked out. Luckily, Evan able to cover for his team. Now Jeff is holding a close angle, and Jeff able to get that one. Para gets the judge as well. Yeah, I feel like the placeholders are having fun. And, you know, if you're a placeholder or if you're a placeholders fan, you have to look at this and really keep this in mind when you go up against other teams, right? Because when they're having fun, which is what it looks like right now compared to their game against the Gunners last week, when they're having fun, they really know how to read the opponent. They really know how to get into the opponent's heads, right? They're making some of the craziest strats like the judge work really well. So hopefully this is what they bring against the Hunters as well. Now, Kiwa and JMO trading blows, but it looks like both players are going to still stay alive here. Now, Phyllis, let's see what he's going to do. Unfortunately, he's forced back here. He wanted to spray with that Ares. Oh. Okay, the bird goes a little wild. Now let's see if he can get anything here. He does tag a couple low, but unfortunately he's not able to finish anything off. Now Evan able to get that one at least, and Frankie gets another one. Ruinu also gets brought down. So now it's all just down to Cryptic and Kiwa. They are definitely not welcomed on this A sites, but with Spike dropped, what choice do they have? It looks like Cryptic's going to be pushing through. Unfortunately, the ults will not find much here. Yeah, between Cryptic and Kiwa, let's see what they can do. Now, Kiwa with pretty much no health at all and no gun. I don't think he'll be able to do much, so it looks like the Huskers will secure their 4th at least. Now, Cryptic making a lot of noise will get brought down by Evan. So now they're able to recover guns there, and now it's all just down to Kiwa. Let's see if he can get a headshot, and the answer is no. So maybe the answer is the Ares. Maybe the answer is the Odin. But yeah, now let's see what the placeholders can do here. Up 12-3, right? We expect them to close it out. We expect them to close it out right now. Surely a comeback is still way too far to think about right now. But yeah, it looks like they decide to just force it here with 3 stingers. I'm not sure how I feel about that. On the other side, the buy definitely looks a lot more solid. But yeah, now JMO has to get a big pick here because I think Kiwa is definitely going to be peeking this. Now, looks like the answer is no, but Ruinu is just too clean, and JMO definitely did not need to go for that. So yeah, hopefully JMO doesn't throw it here. Now Para, let's see what Para can do. Oh, Jeff. Let's see, Jeff spots, but oh, barely able to stay alive there. Now Kiwa able to get 2. Now sees Phyllis, or Frankie rather. Frankie able to get that one. Can he get the kill? Looks like the answer is no. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a 3 in a row, 13-4.